welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a fun brew built around the new Stoic Sphinx in combination with the Cloudsteel Kirin, as well as a couple other new cards in here. There's Assimilation Aegis and One Last Job. So let's go over what this deck is trying to do. The Stoic Sphinx is a 4-mana 5/3 with flying and flash. It has hexproof as long as you haven't cast a spell this turn. And the Cloudstone Kirin is a 3-mana 3/2 flying. It's an equipment as well, and it says equip creature has flying and you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game, and you can reconfigure, so equip it to one of your creatures for 5 mana. A lot of mana to do that. But if you equip it to a creature with hexproof, such as the Stoic Sphinx, that may just beat some decks if they can't remove an artifact, or they can't remove a creature without targeted removal. So that's the idea of the deck, is to get the Cloudstone Kirin attached to either the Stoic Sphinx or to the Saiba Cryptomancer, I believe is how you pronounce this. 2 mana for a 0/1 flash backup 1, but most importantly it has hexproof as well. And also the Guardian of New Benalia, because you can discard a card and give it indestructible. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with enlist, and when it enlists a creature, you scry 2. So the idea is to try to get the Cloudstone Kirin attached to the Cryptomancer, to a Stoic Sphinx, or even the Guardian. And hopefully our opponent has no way of removing any of those creatures, and so they just really can't win the game. They'll just deck out eventually. So in order to make this a little easier, there's a couple cards. We've got Kellan, the Fae-Blooded, which is a 3-mana 2/2 double strike. Other creatures get +1/+0 for each or an equipment attached to it. Not really playing it for that, but it's a nice bonus. But the 2-mana side, it lets you search your library for an or an equipment card and put it in your hand. So you can search for the Cloudstone Kirin, or the other option here is the Assimilation Aegis, which is another new card, which is an equipment, which is basically an Oblivion Ring effect that lets you exile one creature when it comes into play, and then you can equip it and you can make your creature become a copy of the creature you exiled with it. But mostly just a removal spell that you can search up with Kellan, and also with Astor, which is a 4-mana 4/4. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You can reveal an equipment or vehicle from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your library. So it helps you find your Kirin, or can find your removal. And it also lets you equip for just 1. So that lets the Cloudstone Kirin equip for 1, or the Aegis equip for 1. And the other new card here is the One Last Job, which is important. It's a 3-mana sorcery, but it has spree, so +2 mana to return a creature, +1 mana to return a mount or vehicle. None of those in the deck, but +1 mana. This last one is returns an or an equipment from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it directly attached to a creature. So with the Cloudstone Kirin, if it dies, which it often does, it's kind of a target for removal, or you could just block with it and it goes to the graveyard. On turn 4, you can then use One Last Job to return it back to the graveyard, directly equipped to a creature. So essentially saving the 5 mana cost to equip. So kind of an ideal draw with this deck. Also have no More Lies, just as a counter spell in case they have sweepers or something that you need to counter. The idea draw would be kind of a Guardian on 2, or the Cryptomancer on 2. Then you can play out the Kirin on 3. If it dies, you can block with it. Maybe they'll remove it. Then on 4, you can just play One Last Job to get it back directly equipped to one of these, and then that basically locks your opponent out of the game, depending on what the kind of cards they have in their deck. If they don't have any sweepers or ways for you to sacrifice, or force you to sacrifice creatures, then there's no way they can win. Or I guess artifact removal, but in best of 1, there's not a ton of main deck artifact removal. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. Pretty simple strategy. Maybe just kind of beat down with our creatures and play removal and counter spells, flyers as well. Might get there. Let's jump into some games, see if we can be annoying and lock some people out of the game in Standard. All right, Hexproof combo with a decent hand here. A few pain lands, unfortunately, but what are we gonna do? Yep. Start with tap land. We've got Guardian into Cloudstone into one last job, which is decent here. Well, never mind. They've got whatever sort of disruption they want. The Kellan can... oh, they're going to take the Kellan. Interesting. Okay, we need to void source untapped here. So we'll see if this is going to let us... okay, blue and black. Assuming they don't have sweepers in the deck if they're playing Deep Cavern Bat. Mostly just spot removal, most likely. So the hope is that a Cloudstone equipped to a Guardian would be a win. Alright. Good try. Don't need another red source or blue source. And yep, sure. Okay, play out the land here. And not blocking, so might as well attack. And then let's just play this out. Could discard it and then get it back next turn, but I think we can just block with it here, most likely. Alright, there's the kicks, sure. Yep, so yeah, let's see. Okay, let's block here. I think that's fine play. Yeah, we'll just do it while we have the opportunity. This will go into our card, but we'll get our Kellan back. Okay. And, oh, there's a Cryptomancer. So, okay, options are to play this or this and wait on the one last job until we have the Cryptomancer in play. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of anything. Like, they could have a bounce spell. That would be the one way of getting around one last job and the Cloudsteel Kirin. That would kind of be the only thing I can think about, like an Otawara or something, which would be unfortunate. So maybe it is worth trying to set up Cryptomancer with it. So in that case, we'll go for the Aegis here. Flash this in and just hold this back. And we can use... Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so they played out their Otawara. They do have Otawara, but this is interesting. I think we'll just block, use this to back up and take out their Gix here. Yeah, that sounds fine. Go to blocks. Go for Cryptomancer. I guess they could have a counter spell. Okay, not solves. We'll go here. And then use this discard land here. We'll still draw a card. Okay, there's another last job. So do we just go for it? I mean, we could wait, I guess. I don't know if there's a reason necessarily to go for it right now. Just do the Aegis, see if this resolves. Spell Pierce, sure. Okay, that's a little annoying. Okay. There's no reason to attack here. Alright, swing. Lose a life, draw a card. We'll just take the 2. Alright. There's a Stoic Sphinx. Could be useful. I mean, could use it just to trade here. Certainly are holding up a lot of mana. And still no, like, reason to go for it, so to speak. Just also play this Kellan, which would trade for the Preacher. I mean, they could maybe just be using Murex. Yeah, I mean, we'll play around counter spells. You're not putting a lot of pressure on us anyway, so. It's possible as the game goes longer, these one last jobs get better as well. And we'll just hold back on attacking. Okay, nothing. Didn't even use Murex? Okay. Alright, let's see if they let us go to blocks. Alright. Trade. Fine with that. Interesting kicks. Okay. Yeah, I mean. Well, we can go for it. We could play a Stoic Sphinx. Could have held the land to Yeah, let's just hold up this. Let's hold up the Sphinx, I think, here. Just keep waiting it out. Fairy Mastermind, yep. See if we'll be able to ambush. One of these flyers. Okay, yep. Definitely have counter spells. But a lot of card draw. Gonna have to see how many counters they have. Probably a lot. Well, that's 6 mana, so you can cast this to get a creature and an equipment back if we tap out. Playing around another Spell Pierce I think is probably worth it though. So let's just do this. Go for the win here, so to speak. Okay. Well, we'll put it on this guy, and I don't know if there's anything they can do to beat that. The hope is there's not. So it's maybe a very long game. If they... So, can't lose the game, your opponents can't win the game. They must have something that, lets them interact with a hexproof creature. Or destroy an artifact. That would be the only thing I could think of. Or something in my deck maybe that lets them do that. I don't know. Does this exile one target creature? No. That doesn't do it. It doesn't... There's nothing... Is there anything in my deck that would let them exile an artifact or make me sacrifice a creature? Can't really think of it. Maybe they have some edict effect. Yeah, they can get me to 0. Can draw all the cards they want. Let's see. I can bring back. They're tapped out, so I might as well do some stuff. Return. Oh, I don't have a. Oh, no, it does let me return the Aegis. That's good. Let's Sphinx and Aegis. I don't think holding up No More Lies is going to do anything against all this mana. But we can take out the Gix. I'm just hoping they concede and realize they can't actually beat this. Well, they're timing out, so maybe that's... Oh no, they got 3 time saves. Maybe this is the win condition for the deck. It's just when it times out when you assemble. Hexproof, can't lose the game. Opponents can't win the game. Because they need a sweeper, they need they had like a Liliana, and I had no other creatures in play that would work. But I don't think this deck would play sweepers. It could play a Liliana or some edict effect. And yeah, the only removal I have in my deck is the Assimilation Aegis, which can't target artifacts or a hexproof creature, so choose a creature I control to attach this to. I see. I'll put it on the Sphinx. And I'll take out their Gix. So now I can have a Gix. If I want. Alright. Not gonna attack. Alright. Shelly, sure. Yep. None of those do anything. I've got 30 cards left in the library. Yes, get me to less than 0. That might do something. Okay. -11. -13. Play out the Kirin. I can make the Kirin into a Gix. That doesn't really do anything. Although that actually could. Can I use this ability? No, it requires black mana. I was gonna say it could help me deck them maybe. I'll just hold the land. Yeah. So is it better to equip this to this so it's double equipped, or just to have another creature in play? I'd say probably much more likely to have like an edict effect than they have a Yep, draw. Yep. They must have something they're digging to. I suppose, right? 23 cards. Attack. Attack, attack. Sure. They must have some way to break this up. Otherwise, I don't really know. I'm gonna play out some more. Play out some more Kirins, why not? Just because you gotta have all 4 of them. Send a message. Okay. I'm not gonna try to do damage to them. We have a win condition. That's 21 cards left. They must have something. Maybe a Gix's command? Would that kill everything? Alcazar's, sure. I don't know what the point of attacking with everything is, but a scry, that's smart. Two to the bottom. Go to -57. Keep Cavern Bat, sure. Alright. And pass. I guess I could equip a Kirin to a Kirin. But you know, just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. They must have something, one of that breaks this up. Perfect. Negative. Nice. All right. So 13 cards. down. Alright, let's try to get them with the Cryptomancer here. Another Cryptomancer. Protection, haha. Alright, we got the Guardian. I don't know if there's anything. I'm trying to think of like we equip. I equip this like this. Would that matter? I'm just gonna do it anyways. Let's keep this just in case. A little protection, I guess, from something. Okay, Urtai, yeah. Like target your own something. Okay, sure. Draw a card. Yep. Ten cards left. Staying in it. Not giving up. They're definitely confident. Confident attacks. Yep. Sure. Discard. Yep. Yep. Akanuma mill themselves to bring back something. A Gix. Do they think they can like deck me with a Gix? That doesn't do anything. Alright. Down to -99. Yep. Maybe they're hoping there's something in my deck that they can use to get out of this. Maybe that's their plan. Googly eyes. They're hoping that they can use my deck, yeah. Yeah, they discard their whole hand, so... Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that's going to do anything to break this up. Let's see, can I see what they exiled here? Okay. They've got 6 cards left. They can return creatures, graveyard to the battlefield. Yep. Sure. Nope. Okay. They finally realized wasn't gonna happen. Whew. Alright, well. Alright, Cloudsteel Kirin combo. This hand looks fine. We can lead with tap land here and play out one of these. Let's see. I think we'll play the Guardian here. Get something down on the field, and next turn we could hold up No More Lies. Wait till we have 4 mana. Yeah, we'll play out here. The blue source. If we hold up Formalize, we could also flash this in. Could play out a Kellan just as a creature here. But let's wait for 2. I think we want to maximize our Kellans here, but yeah, we'll hold up one of these, and then the following turn we can use the Kellan to get our Cloudstone Kirin. Let's see, that's fine. Looks like some sort of control deck on their side. Which means they may have a sweeper of some kind. Be my guess. Alright, we'll flash this in. End a turn. Cryptomancer and back up on... oh, okay. Well, it's fine. Okay, so... let's see, we have 2 white sources. Okay, good. So, play this, and... let's just swing for 2 again. And then we will use this. And I don't think we need removal. So we'll go for the Kirin. And hold up. Yeah, we'll just hold up No More Lies again. We do have another land drop, so we could play a 3-drop and still hold it up next turn. But each player can cast no more than 1 spell each turn. That's fine. Not really planning on casting more than 1 spell. It can go 5 damage on your target, sure. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's a good one. Interesting. Play the land out. You could hold up these 2. Or play the Kirin. Or just play out the Kellan, actually. Maybe that will be fine. It would be nice to have a creature in play to enlist, but we'll see. Because we can only play 1 a turn, so if we play something on our turn and then No More Lies on their turn, that should be decent. I mean, I don't think going for the combo against a deck that has tons of removal will be that effective, but we'll play out this Kellan. This is sort of the combo I was envisioning working really well against sort of like black mid-range decks, mono red, anything that has just removal and not sweepers, but obviously there's a lot of sweepers in standard, so what are you gonna do? Well, you're gonna play No More Lies, that's what you're gonna do. And flash creatures. Okay, opponent had 5 mana, so they can use this ability if they want. Dome me for 5. My turn. Okay. Another land is fine. Well, let's see here. Let's just swing with both. I could have Wandering Emperor, but it might be more important just to get in some extra damage instead of scrying. Because this play attack here. See what they have. Because you're probably not going to play this in your deck unless you have a bunch of flash things yourself, right? Alright, so this will, if they do no blocks... I don't know. Okay, there's the Wandering Emperor. Okay, is it worth it going for the known... No more lies here? Probably. Let's just do it. That'll be our spell for the turn, but it's fine. His exile effects pretty bad, but we can play the Sphinx on their end step if they do a sweeper. Oh, okay, Celestis. Sure, land. Okay, nothing. Alright, well, I see a reason not to play it. And, okay, now it's got Hexproof. So, we have to have something here. They have another Wandering Emperor they could exile here. And that's fine, they'll go to 2 in that case. No? Alright, well, beat down with some flashy threats, good enough. Alright, Hexproof combo. This looks decent. No red mana, no red cards, but that's okay. We've got turn 2 Guardian into something else, so looks fine. We'll see Googly Eyes versus Googly Eyes. Alright, there's a 4-drop. Just play the Guardian here. And looks like they're on 5 color? No. Okay, some sort of prime deck. Okay, nice. Go here. Do we want to use this? Probably wait till there's something better to target. This could become... let's play out the Kirin, I think, and wait on the No More Lies. Do we swing for 2? Probably. I don't think it's gonna block. This could become a 3/3 next turn easily, which is why I just want to attack him. Probably. I'm not blocking. Alright, there's a miner. There's play with fire, sure. Alright, makes sense, yep. 3 damage. Okay, there's a Cryptomancer, so let's just hold up flash stuff. And this can't block, but this could block that, so maybe it's worth, yeah, just holding on defense here. Might be able to, yep. Okay, 4/4. That's pretty good. Not gonna attack with it though. Interesting. Well, options are to play the Sphinx and try to block. Just kind of eat it, or Cryptomancer plus block here as well. And then hold up No More Lies. I'm not sure what else they have. Interesting attack just into this. Let's just go here. It's a little safer play. Put the counter there and this just block it with the 3/3. I'm not sure what they could play on 3, but well, nothing, I guess. There's red mana. Well, we can go for the Aegis on here and then still hold up No More Lies. That seems pretty good. Other option is just like hold up Sphinx. Didn't attack last turn. Interesting. Yeah, it's fine. Unless they're holding up the counter. Okay, so the Koenig Crime. That resolves. It's going to bring back the miner. Can't be countered. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. So I would like to use this ability. And what do we want to get rid of? I mean, No More Lies is pretty good. I mean, the Sphinx is pretty good. Guess we'll ditch the Sphinx. Just because... okay. Really don't want them to resolve. What's that 5 mana guy that whenever you commit a crime makes zombies? Okay. There's a land. So this is 3. We'll do the Aegis and turn this into a Vadmir, I think. Hold the land in case we want to use it there, I guess. And maybe just actually cancel this. Let's attack with Enlist. Is this how we do it? Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay. Cycle, sure. And another one and another land. If I don't want the land, do we want another Guardian? Not particularly. I mean, would be an okay draw. But I think looking for something a little better. The reason to hold or to play this land would be because then we could attack with the Anchorage and hold up No More Lies next turn. That might be worth it. Yeah, sure. Laughing Jasper Flint. That's probably worth countering. Oh yes, and get us a commit a crime. Alright. Well, got there. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up. Today was a fun sort of... I would say this is kind of a definitely a tier 2, tier 3 strategy, not super competitive, but it did work well in some games. I was able to lock opponents out with just, I had the Cryptomancer plus Kirin equipped to it, and they just couldn't do anything about it, and that was game. And, the problem with this deck is it takes forever for the opponent to realize they can't win sometimes. But, gotta do what you gotta do. The Sphinx was really good. These cards are just kind of, quality cards. You can just win some games just by playing creatures, getting people. I got a few people with this where they tried to exile my Guardian and I gave it Hexproof. So that's pretty cool. They don't kind of see what's coming here. Yeah, would recommend it for maybe more of the casual uh, field. But let me know what you think about the deck in the comments. Any cards that I missed that might be useful for this kind of strategy. If more hexproof cards gets available, or some better ores, equipments, or vehicles, then I think One Last Job might be a good card in some other decks in the future. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.